The sun was setting over the hills, casting a golden hue on the village as the drums of evening beat softly in the background. In the quiet of the forest, Addis and Chidi met in secret, their love blossoming despite the hatred that divided their families. "Addis, we cannot keep hiding like this," Chidi whispered, holding her close. "Our love is stronger than this feud." Addis' eyes glistened with tears. "But Chidi, if our families find out, they will tear us apart. The hatred runs too deep." For months, Addis and Chidi had nurtured their love in secret, meeting under the cover of night, away from the prying eyes of their families. They knew the risks, but their hearts would not be swayed. The Okeke and Nwoi families had been enemies for so long that the younger generation no longer remembered the true reason for the conflict. It was said that it began over a piece of land, but over time, pride, deceit, and lies had fueled the animosity, turning it into a bitter blood feud. One fateful day, Addis' mother, Nneka, noticed her daughter's unusual behavior. Suspecting something amiss, she followed Addis to one of her secret meetings with Chidi. Her heart sank when she saw them together, and fury filled her eyes. That night, Nneka confronted Addis. "How dare you bring shame to this family? The Nwoi family is our enemy. You will end this nonsense at once." Addis, defiant yet scared, pleaded with her mother. "But I love him, mother. He is different, kind, and honorable." "Enough!" Nneka shouted. "You will marry the man your father has chosen for you, and that is final." Meanwhile, Ikam, Chidi's uncle, also caught wind of the affair through his spies. A schemer by nature, he saw this as an opportunity to deepen the feud and benefit from the chaos. He spread false rumors that the Okeke family was planning an attack on the Nwois, further stoking the flames of hatred. Elder Nwoi, already filled with pride and anger, believed the lies. He gathered the men of the village, preparing for war. "We will not be humiliated by those traitors. We will strike first." Chidi, desperate to prevent bloodshed, tried to reason with his father. "Father, there is no need for violence. We can settle this peacefully." "Peace?" Elder Nwoi scoffed. "Do not be a coward, Chidi. They deserve no mercy." On the other side, it is Okeke, hearing of the impending attack, prepared his men for battle as well. "If the Nwois want war, they will get it. We will defend our honor." As the two families geared up for confrontation, Addis and Chidi made a bold decision. They would run away together, far from the village, to escape the madness. But their plan was thwarted when Ikam discovered their intentions. Seizing the moment, he captured Addis and brought her before Elder Nwoi. "Look, father. This is what the Okekes have been hiding, the snake in our midst." Ikam lied, twisting the situation to his advantage. Elder Nwoi, blinded by rage, ordered Addis' execution as a warning to the Okeke family. But before the deed could be done, Chidi intervened, fighting off his uncle and freeing Addis. In the ensuing chaos, Chidi was gravely wounded, and Addis was recaptured. News of the capture and Chidi's injury spread like wildfire, reaching the Okeke family. Enraged, Okeke led his warriors into the Nwoi compound, demanding his daughter's release. The confrontation that followed was fierce, with both sides locked in a brutal struggle. Lies, deceit, and betrayal fueled the conflict, as Ikam and Nneka secretly conspired to turn the families further against each other. The once peaceful village was now engulfed in violence, with the elders clashing, families torn apart, and blood staining the ground. In the midst of the battle, Addis broke free from her captors and rushed to Chidi's side. With tears streaming down her face, she cried out, "Enough! Can't you see this madness is destroying us all?" Her voice pierced the noise, silencing the fighters. For a brief moment, the hatred that had consumed them was overshadowed by the sight of the young lovers, torn apart by a feud they did not start. As Chidi lay dying in Addis' arms, he whispered, "We could have ended this, but it's too late now." Addis, consumed by grief, looked at the gathered families and cried out, "This feud has cost us everything. Must more blood be shed for it to end?" Her words resonated with the elders, who began to see the senselessness of their actions. The feud, they realized, had spiraled out of control, fueled by lies, pride, and deception. But it was too late for Chidi, who took his last breath in Addis' arms. His death, however, became the catalyst for change. The Okeke and Nwoi families, realizing the cost of their hatred, finally agreed to end the feud. The once bitter enemies buried their dead side by side, and the village began to heal. Addis, heartbroken and alone, left the village, vowing never to return. The story of her forbidden love with Chidi became a cautionary tale, a reminder of the destructive power of lies and hatred. Moral of the story: the forbidden love of Addis and Chidi shows that hatred and lies only breed more suffering. In the end, it is love, understanding, and forgiveness that can heal even the deepest wounds.